Hello, amazing artists. Today we are going to create a spring bunny drawing. If you get stuck at any point or want to go back to know the steps, that's okay because you can go ahead and pause the video here and it will give you each and every step by step. So I am going to have you draw along with the video, but again, if you need to go back, you can pause the video at the beginning. I am going to start by folding my paper in half the hot dog way or the long way. Then I'll open it up and fold it back again the fat way or the wide hamburger way. Then those are going to be my guidelines. You can see the folds on my paper. I'm just doing that so that I can get all of the measurements and the position or where different details are in the drawing correct on my paper. I'm going to be drawing with a Sharpie right away just so that you can see my lines better on the video, but you could use a pencil first. I'm going to start just below that middle fold. And I'm going to just draw an oval shape. That's going to end up being the nose of my bunny. Then I'm going to draw a curve out to touch the fold on each side. Those are going to be my bunny cheeks. Now I'm going to draw a big arch or a rainbow shape on top to connect them. After that, you're going to go ahead and start to draw the ears. So I'm going to go just a little bit further from my fold on the side. Then I am going to be drawing my ear almost all the way out to the corner of the page and then back in again. You can see it's kind of a curvy shape with a point at the end. This ear I'm going to draw a little differently. You don't have to draw a floppy ear, but I thought it might be kind of cute to do that. So I'm going to draw it flatter on the top. And then I am going to draw sort of that lemon kind of shape or a big letter V in. Then it looks like it's kind of folded. You could draw the inside of the ears if you would like, but again, you don't have to. It is up to you how you want to make those. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to draw the body. So I'm going to draw just kind of a curving line all the way to the ends of my page on both sides. Your next step is going to be drawing the detail in the face. So I am going to start at the middle of one of the ears and draw a curve down to my nose. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Then what I'm going to do is draw whatever style eyes that I want. So I like to draw my eyes like kind of circles or ovals, and then I draw two smaller circles inside of them and fill in the empty space. This kind of makes it look really cute and more lifelike with those highlights or those empty white spaces in the eyes. But it is totally up to you. You're the artist, so you make your own choices. Draw your eyes however you want. Then we are going to add the nose and the mouth. So the nose, I pretty much just draw a letter V or a triangle. Again, you could make your nose a heart, a square, an oval. It's up to you. Then letter J's on each side for the mouth. So then once you're at this point in your drawing, we're going to start to think about adding texture. Texture is showing the way that something feels. So you could have an actual texture that you could literally touch with your hands, or in this case, we're going to use a visual texture, or one that you can see but you can't necessarily feel with your fingers. So we are going to be using visual texture. I am going to give myself kind of some guidelines in pencil for where I want that texture to go. You could do this first. It kind of helps out to have a guide, but you don't have to. You could also just go right in with your texture marks for the fur. But I am going to kind of curve my lines following the shape of each part of the bunny. That's going to give me some good spaces to add that texture in later. Draw it light because we are going to erase these guidelines in the future. So you want to draw them pretty lightly. Once you get all of those lines all finished up, you are going to go over the top with a marker. So I kind of want my bunny to be a white bunny, but if you wanted your bunny to be brown or a different color, that's totally okay. I am now going to go in with a Sharpie marker and start adding my texture. I want my texture to go kind of right on top of those different lines that I just made in pencil. So I'm just going to make small little tally marks that are going around and around. So these are going to take a while. Make sure that you take a hand break to stretch your fingers and your hand muscles as you go, because this does take some patience and some time to create. So as you see, I'm just adding those little tally marks so that it looks a little bit more like fur. Once you're all done adding all of that lovely texture or your tally marks to create the fuzzy fur, then what you're going to do is just erase those pencil lines underneath your Sharpie or your marker so that you don't see any of those pencil lines anymore. Then you might decide to add some specific details and color after you're done drawing. What I did is just add a little touch of color to the nose, the cheeks, and maybe a little bit in the eyes as well. I can't wait to see your pictures of your spring bunnies.